The Indian Sports Network is on the air. Good evening, everybody. This is Kenny Masterson coming to you live from Clopton High School, where tonight we are going to see a football game between your Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks and the visiting South Calloway Bulldogs. Get everything set up here. Should have had that already, but anyway, the the Bulldogs, the visiting Bulldogs, they are 1-4 on the season, and they are 1-4 on the season. But Clopton Elsberry has never defeated South Calloway in the years that they've played them. Last year, on the 28th of September, South Calloway defeated Clopton Elsberry by a score of 42-20. This year's a little bit different story. The Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks are 2-3 on the season, and South Calloway is 1-4. Clopton Elsberry's had 26.6 points per game compared to 18.4 for South Calloway, and the points against per game has been 18.6 for Clopton Elsberry, and South Calloway has allowed 28.8. Again, if you've listened to my broadcast before, you've heard me say this very same thing again and again and again. They don't play on paper. They play in person, and anything can happen. So, at this point in time, we're getting ready for the national anthem. So hopefully you can hear that, but I'm going to be quiet during that. And I hope you heard that, but if not, I'm sure you know the song. Um, so anyway, we've got see the scoreboard here. I can't while I'm sitting down. We've got 10 minutes for the game starts. So I'm going to go over their roster for South Calloway, and then I'll go over the Clopton Elsberry roster. For South Calloway tonight will be number 1, Nick Mealy. Number 3, Hunter Martin Hay. Number 7, Christian Davis. Number 9, Cole Shoemaker. Number 12, Devin Borghardt. Number 13, Donnie Fortner. Number 14, Caleb Piesold. Number 15, Noah Reese. Number 16, Hayden Vaught. Number 19, Sam Buckner. Number 22, Jacob Martin. Number 23, Brendan Mealy. Number 24, Zach Ballard. Number 29, Trace Helsel. Number 30, Joe Alonzo. Number 31, J.T. Thomas. Number 35, Avery Geralt. Number 40, Brandon Stoker. Number 44, Jasper Reese. Number 41, Tyler Potter. Number 53, Kyle Dickinson. Number 54, John Thompson. Number 55, Kevin Stepperich. Number 58, Tanner Vaughn. Number 59, John Hector. Number 60, Ty Serini. Number 62, Tanner Marty. Number 63, Kyle Wetherell. Number 64, Bishop Foster. Number 65, Dalton Dillon. Number 66, Lance Knipfel. Nipfel, I guess. 68, Creed Farley. Number 70, Kobe Wilson. Number 71, Number 71, Thaddeus Keller. Number 72, Corey Wallace. Number 77, John Morris. Number 80, Josh Hubbard. Number 81, Hunter Kistner. Number 85, Caleb Hall. And number 88, Aaron Hargis. They are coached by head coach Zach Hess, and assistant head coach is Tucker Bartley. And that is the roster of the South Calloway Bulldogs. Now for your Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks. We have number 2, Bryce Irving. Number 3, Justin Genowine. Number 4, Mason Street. Number 5, Zach Evans. Number 6, Joshua Wolanski. Number 8, Tyler Kuntz. Number 11, Landon Struess. Number 12, Sean Yates. Number 13, Kyle Martin. Number 15, Lucas Martin. Number 19, Eli Gladney. Number 20, Dorian Zumwalt. Number 23, Trevor Ashing. Number 25, Jake Reimel. Number 32, Justin Shaw. Number 35, Malik McPike. Number 38, Avery Hall. Number 45, Kobe Twellman. Number 50, Jacob Martin. Number 54, Ethan King. Number 55, Gabriel Hill. Number 59, Randy Freeborn. Number 60, Nathan Martin. Number 65, Riley Walker. Number 68, Brody Freeborn. Number 71, Jacob Wolanski. Number 72, Ryan McNully. Number 75, Jorgen Kruger. Number 77, Chance Lucas. Number 81, Dylan Kaplan. And number 99, Will Clark. Head coach Butch Wolanski, assisted by Nick Grimaud, Chad Twellman, Chuck Bowers, Alex Black, and Colin Dugan. The cheerleaders from the Clopton School is Madison Parrish, Laurie Huckstep, Stephanie Talbert, Ashlyn Hunter, Kylie Lucas, Sierra Miller, Ellie Beecham, Gracie Palmer, and they are coached by Linda Parrish. From the Elsberry School is Jade Cooper, Melody Hall, Haley King, Gracie Mahurin, Jordan Sir, Kennedy Flynn, Isabel Bayless, Mia Spurlock, Randy Burke, Abby Braden, McKenna Mills, Sierra Crenshaw, and Kaylee Duval. They are coached by Carrie Braden. There is your rosters for the two teams. Before we go any further, let's take a break.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that, but when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, we are back. We have 3 3/4 minutes to go till this game starts. Referees coming onto the field. Both teams on the sidelines. And it looks like everybody's ready to go. Lights are on. And it is an absolute beautiful evening for football up here. We're finally into football weather. It was kind of nice to set up all this equipment and not to have a heat stroke while I was doing it. But yeah, we are absolutely in football weather, deer hunting weather, all the good things in life. So as you can see on your screen, referees on both sides of the field. And I would say they're getting ready to walk out on the field right now to do the coin toss. And that's exactly what they're doing. Well, that's exactly what they were going to do. Now they're walking out. I guess still over 2.5 minutes remaining. So, I'll give you the captains for Cole Shoemaker, Devin Borghardt, Brandon Stoker. Those are the 3 captains for South Calloway. And for Clopton Elsberry, we have out there, we have Sean Yates, Kyle Martin, Jacob Wolanski, and number 5, Zach Evans. Those are the captains for the IndianHawks. So I guess there was the coin toss right there. And maybe they'll share with us the results of it. All right. Okay, it looks to be like the IndianHawks are going to receive to start this game. And they will be defending the south end of the field, and they'll be heading for the north end of the field on this first quarter anyway. So it looks like they are getting out there, ready to receive. South Calloway has not come onto the field yet with their players. So back to receive. Looks like Jake Reimel, Dorian Zumwalt. And we are ready to go. 12 minutes on the clock. Kicking off is going to be Caleb Piesold for the Bulldogs. And he's about ready to kick. There's the whistle. And there's the kick. Jake Reimel receives the kick, and he's up to about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 to go on this initial drive for the IndianHawks from looks like just ahead of the 30-yard line. It's about the 30.5-yard line, something like that. So we got Yates back in a shotgun position. Looks like Reimel back with him, 2 receivers on each end. There's a pass up the middle. And he looks like he's going all the way. He is brought down right about the 2-yard line. That was Landon Struss with that reception right up the middle. And on the opening play, on the very opening play, the IndianHawks strike with a about, what was that, 70, about a 68 yard pass. So once again, we have Yates in a pistol position. Reimel back with him. He hands it to Reimel, kind of fumbled it around, but Reimel is in for the touchdown. Second play of the game, and Reimel has 6 points. And I see no flags on the field. That's how you start this ball game off. So Kyle Martin for the extra point. High snap. It's up and it's good. So with 11:24 remaining in the first quarter, the score is now IndianHawks 7, South Calloway 0. So if they can keep this up throughout the entire game, I'm liable to have to put 3 places on my computer here for the score. That's all right. I can handle that. So the IndianHawks line up to kick off to the Bulldogs. And Kyle Martin there's his kick. It's received by the Bulldogs, and he makes it up to, gets past the 30-yard line. I really couldn't tell who that was that received the ball and ran it, but he got up to a little past the 30-yard line. Looks like about the 32-yard line. So the Bulldogs in about the same position that the IndianHawks started in on their 2-play drive. Should be Shoemaker is pick up a first down, coming in, running to the near side here. So it brings up first down from their own 44-yard line. Quarterback under center, and he was brought down after about a 5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 5, about the 49-yard line. So once again, quarterback under center. And he hands up the middle. Couldn't see who it was he handed it off to, but he's up near a first down. Very close. And they're moving the sticks, so he got a first down, and he is he's into IndianHawks territory at the 45-yard line. 1 wide receiver to each side, 3 running backs. They pass it back as number 16, and he picks up about 5 yards. Once again, it's Hayden Vaught. I got a feeling I'm going to be saying his name a lot tonight. So 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4. So after the IndianHawks scored on their second play, the Bulldogs are coming right back and moving the ball quite nicely. Okay, fake toss back, long pass, and it is caught. And it is a touchdown, number 16, Hayden Vaught. I see no flags on the play. So immediately, Bulldogs come right back with the touchdown of their own. It looks like number 14, Caleb Peasold, is going to be attempting the extra point for the Bulldogs. There's the snap. Kick is up. and it is good. So with 9:53 remaining in the first quarter, we have a 7-7 ball game. So right now, either the offenses on both teams is extremely good and the defense is no good, or something, but both teams able to just walk right through. Maybe this will be one of those games that whoever has the ball last will be the winner. So the IndianHawks, they line up to receive. Looks like we have Dorian Zumwalt and Jake Reimel back to receive. And Caleb Peasel is ready to kick the ball. There's the kick. And Zumwalt with the ball, and he's running here to the near side. He gets up to the 30, 35. He's breaking through there. He's finally brought down to about the 37-yard line. They start 1st and 10 at their own 37. Side, 2 on the near side. There was a pass intended for, can't see, oh, that was for Malik McPike. Incomplete, so it brings up 2nd and 10. Once again, Yates in position, 1 running back, 2 wide receivers out. And he's keeping it himself. He runs to the far side. There is a flag down on the play. Looks like he gains about 7 yards or so, but there is a flag down. And I know about what that flag's going to mean. I got a good idea. I'm not going to say it yet, but I got a good idea. Illegal block. So that brings it back. 10 yards from the point of the foul. Going to take them back. They're going to be back all the way to the 27-yard line. So they repeat 2nd down, but they got about 2nd and 19 or 20. And Yates is under center this time, and he's under some pressure. He dumps it off on a screen play to Jake Reimel, and he's only picks up about 3 or 4 yards. So it's going to be 3rd about 15 or 16, something like that. 7-7 is the score with a little over 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. Yates is back in shotgun again. And he's looking to pass, and he's going to keep it. Nope, he's passing. And it is incomplete. It was intended for Zach Evans. Either Zach Evans or Kyle Martin. They were both right there. So that brings up 4th down and about 14. They're still back on their 32, 33-yard line. So here's the punt, and it is blocked. It's blocked, and it sure looks like the Bulldogs have it. So with that blocked punt, that gives the the Bulldogs some tremendous, really good field position. So they will be 1st and 10 from about the 27-yard line. Cole Shoemaker, their quarterback, is under center. He hands off. He hands off to number 12, Devin Borghardt, and he comes up with probably about a 4-yard gain. So 2nd and 6 for the Bulldogs. Shoemaker under center, 1 running back, 2 wide receivers, hands up the middle, and he gets through the line. Looks like he's up for a 1st down. So once again, the Bulldogs are moving the ball quite well. Once again, Shoemaker under center, 1 receiver to the near side, 2 running backs. And number 12, that is Devin Borghardt, is in for the touchdown. He is in from about 15 yards out. So just like that, the score is 13-7 in favor of the Bulldogs. Caleb Peasled to attempt the extra point. And the kick is up, and it is good. So with 7:48 remaining in the first quarter, the score is 14-7. Quite the offensive show being put on here. Take a quick break.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around.
All right, Caleb Peasled back to kick off. And he's got a low kick, and it gets past Jake Reimel, and it's going into the end zone for a touchback. So the IndianHawks will take over 1st and 10. 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Hope the IndianHawks can get something going this drive. The Bulldogs have had no trouble at all breaking through. So Yates back in a shotgun. 4 wideouts, 1 running back. He's back to pass, and that's Kyle Martin with the reception. And he is up with the 1st down. Looks like about a 12, 13-yard gain. It was a 14-yard gain, 1st and 10 from their own 34. Seven and a half minutes remaining, 14-7 Bulldogs over the IndianHawks. Once again, Yates back in a shotgun. 1 wide receiver near side, 3 to the far side. And the ball was fumbled. And it looks preliminary. It looks like the Bulldogs have recovered it, but I haven't seen anything official yet. And there it's official. Bulldogs recovered the fumble. So, Bulldogs once again with great field position. They'll be 1st and 10 from the about the 31-yard line. From the IndianHawk 31-yard line. Shoemaker is under center. They have one wide out to the near side, 2 running backs. He hands off right up through the middle, and he might have gained a yard or 2. That was Borghardt was the ball carrier. He gained a big yard. So 2nd and 9, maybe 8.5. Once again, Shoemaker under center. One wide out near side. Got one back in motion, and it was tossed off to him, and he is brought out of bounds just past the line of scrimmage. They might have picked up another yard or 2. So we're going to have 3rd down and about 7. Not too sure, but I think that's the first 3rd down for the Bulldogs tonight. It's again Shoemaker under center. Wideouts on each end. And the runner is brought back. He is brought down at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. So that brings up 4th down, and they're going to mark it about 4th and 9. They're marking it right about the 30-yard line. And they've got to go to the 21. Good gang tackle there by the IndianHawks. So 2 running backs, Shoemaker under center, 1 wide out on the near side. And he's keeping it, and he is under a lot of pressure. And they did not get the first down, but the ball was fumbled around and almost intercepted by the IndianHawks. But now we got a turnover on downs. So the IndianHawks will be 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Not quite the 25-yard line, but the 24.5. Let's see if they can do something with the ball this time. 5:44 remaining in the first quarter. 14-7. Bulldogs over the IndianHawks. Yates in a shotgun. 3 wideouts near side. He's rolling here to the near side, and he passes ahead and to Zach Evans, and they said the pass was incomplete. It fell short. Brings up 2nd and 10. Once again, 5:44 remaining. Yates in a shotgun. 2 wideouts each side. 1 back with him. Long pass here to the near side, Kyle Martin, and it is behind him, and he could not reach back and get it. So that brings up 3rd and 10. Still at the 25-yard line. 5:32 remaining now in the first quarter. Yates still in a shotgun. He's in a shotgun most of the time. Wideouts both sides. 1 back with him. And once again, he's back to pass. Kyle Martin does bring it in this time, and he has the first down. He's brought down right at the 40-yard line. So about a 15-yard play, and IndianHawks have 1st and 10. They are still just north of the 40-yard line. They're still in their own territory, but they are moving the ball now. Clock is running with a little over 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. We've had a lot going on in this first quarter. Yates under center, two backs. One wide out near side, two to the far side. Yates keeps it, and he breaks one or two tackles, but he still only gets about to the line of scrimmage. He picked up maybe a yard. What are they? Okay, they're giving him about 2 yards here, so brings up second and about 8. Brings up second and 8. See if I can focus this a little bit better. Okay, Yates in a shotgun. He hands off to Jake Reimel. He's coming here to the near side, and he takes off up through there, and he has a first down. Jake Reimel with a nice, about a 10-yard run. So they are back into Bulldogs territory at the Bulldogs 47-yard line, 1st and 10. A little over 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. 14-7 Bulldogs over the IndianHawks. Yates in a shotgun. Wideouts both sides. Jake Reimel back with Yates. Yates back to pass. Passes it. The pass was intended for Malik McPike. It would have been right about the first down marker and could not hold on to it. Brings up second down and 10. And once again, Yates in a shotgun. Same formation. 2 wideouts each end. He's back to pass. Pass up the middle, and that is to Kyle Martin. And he's taking them with him. They're having a heck of a time getting him down. He ran another 5 or 6 yards after he was tackled by about 5 Bulldogs. So, nice pass there. Nice pass and reception. We have first down for the IndianHawks, and they are on about the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 18. 3:17 remaining in the first quarter. Same formation. Yates in a shotgun. Reimel with him. The ball is down on the ground. Yates holds it himself and is cutting up through the middle, now to the near side. And after all that, he picks up about 8 yards, maybe 7 yards. So it brings up second and about 3. He ran a long ways to get that 7 yards, but he got it. Once again, the exact same formation. Same formation so much of the time. Yates in a shotgun with Reimel back with him. Drops the ball again, and dropped the ball again, and the Bulldogs recovered. Just as they were getting down there, showing some movement with the ball, it was fumbled, and the Bulldogs recovered on the 15-yard line. So the Bulldogs, 1st and 10. 85 yards to go. 2:28 remaining in the first quarter. 14-7, Bulldogs over the IndianHawks. Those fumbles just are heartbreaking here, and that's 2 or 3 times now that they've given the football away. Okay, Shoemaker is under center. Tosses it back to, who is that, number 12. Tosses it back to Devin Borghardt. He picked up, let's see. Do I see, I think I see a penalty flag down. I missed the call. I missed the penalty flag at first. And I missed it then of what he called. Anyway, it's against the Bulldogs. So they're back to about the 10-yard line, where it's going to be first and about 15. 2:05 remaining in the first quarter. First and 15 from the 10-yard line for the Bulldogs. Up the middle and little gain on the, well, they picked up more than I thought. They picked up about between 5 and 6 yards. I didn't think they'd picked up that much. So it brings up second and about 10. It'd be a short 10, I guess. And once again, up the middle. Shoemaker's under center every time, and once again up the middle, they picked up maybe 2 yards. Brings up third and about 8. So the IndianHawks defense needs to come up strong right here. Shoemaker under center, and penalty flag is down. False start for the offense for the Bulldogs. That's going to bring up third and about 13. So they got the same setup here. One right wide receiver out for each end. Runner in motion. Shoemaker under center. There's a snap. And the pass was too far ahead of the receiver. Brings up fourth down now and about 13. Fourth and 13, and it looks like they're going to punt. Reimel is back, along with Mason Street. There's the snap, the punt, low punt. Reimel lets it go. And it is downed across the 50-yard line. The IndianHawks will take over first and 10 from their own 47-yard line. 28.1 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The score is South Calloway Bulldogs 14, the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks 7. Game started off with just touchdown after touchdown, and it's kind of calmed down a little bit now, but biggest problem the IndianHawks have been having is they can't hold on to the ball once they have it. So here's Yates back in shotgun again. Jake Reimel back with him. They have 2 wideouts each side. And he quarterback keeps it, brings it up the near side. I see a flag on the play. And he picks up about 8 yards, but there is a flag. See what this call is going to be. What do we have here? It's going against the IndianHawks. Holding. So that's taking it way back. That's going to be first and long. It's going to be about first and about 21 or 22. Same formation, 2 wideouts each end. Yates has it, and he's looking to pass. Long pass, and it's just out of the reach. Just out of the reach of, that was Landon Struss. Brings up second, about 21, with 11.8 seconds remaining in this first quarter. They are all the way back at the 36-yard line. They need to go to the 43 of South Calloway before they get a first down. So they got a long ways to go. Second down. Same setup, 2 wideouts each end. Yates is back to pass. Now he's still looking, rolls to the near side. Now he's going to keep it and take off running. He found one hole, and he got up right to the 50-yard line before he was pushed back 2 or 3 yards. But they're going to give him the spot right on the 50-yard line. It's going to bring up third down and about 7. So 3rd and 7 from the 50-yard line. I don't know if it's on the 50-yard line, if it's the IndianHawks 50-yard line, or if it's the Bulldogs 50-yard line. I gotta see which half of the stripe they put it on. Okay, it's gonna be their own. They just got the nose of the football on the line. So 3rd and about 3. And I didn't realize it. That was the end of the first quarter. I guess I should have. There was only 11 seconds left. So the score at the end of the first quarter is 14-7. All right. So I guess now being the second quarter, they switched sides. So I guess the ball is actually into Bulldogs territory now. Or at least about 7/8 of the ball is. Two wideouts on each end. Yates back in a shotgun. Reimel with him. Quick pass over to the side to Malik McPike, and the ball hit the ground before he could get it. So that brings up 4th down. 4th down and 7 right on the 50-yard line. And they look like they are going for it. So once again, Yates in shotgun position. And he fakes a pass, and there's a long pass, and it's quite a ways ahead of Kyle Martin. So that's going to let the Bulldogs take over on downs. They really don't have to move the football at all. So in the second quarter, the score is still 14-7. 11:50 remaining in the first half of this ball game. Like I said before, we had started off with 3 consecutive touchdowns, and now it's just going back and forth. Run up the middle, picks up about 4 yards. So the Bulldogs pick up about 4 yards on that play, brings up 2nd and 6. Let's see where they're Bulldogs have one receiver out here to the near side, and Shoemaker's under center. He hands off. No, he doesn't. He faked me out. There's a pass back to 16. That is, I've said his name 100 times tonight, that is Hayden Vaught. And he's pushed out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. They are into IndianHawks territory at the 35-yard line. Once again, Shoemaker under center. He's got one wide out to the far side, and that's it. There is pitch back to a running back, and he is up for a first down. That was number 12, Borghardt. So once again, the Bulldogs are running the ball nicely. So first down for the Bulldogs. They are on the 25-yard line. Bulldogs, like I said, are a 1-4 team. They don't look like they're a 1-4 team. Shoemaker under center. Hands it off to number 29. That is Trace Helsel. And he is up for a first down inside the 10. Right now the Bulldogs are just running right through and right around the IndianHawks line. 10:27 remaining in the first half. Score is 14-7. But the Bulldogs are threatening. And tried to go up the middle, and absolutely nothing is there. No gain on the play. Brings up a 2nd and goal from about the 9-yard line. Shoemaker under center. Got a runner in motion. He's handed off to. That's Vaught. Flag is down, and he's brought down in the backfield. About a 4-yard loss on the play, but there is a flag down. All right, they picked up the flag. No penalty. So it brings up 3rd and goal from about the 12, maybe 13-yard line. And the Bulldogs team is looking over to their sidelines to get a play brought in. 18 seconds remaining on the play clock. Shoemaker under center, no wide out there. Yeah, there is a wide out on the far side. And he tries to roll to the right, and there was absolutely nothing there. Brings up 4th down. 4th and goal from about the 12-yard line. So it looks like they're going to attempt a field goal. That is Caleb Piesold. Snap, kick, and it was deflected. And it is good. So 3 more points added to the South Calloway Bulldogs, and with 8:37 remaining in the first half, the score is now 17-7. Take a quick break.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
All right, we are back. Once again, 8:37 remaining in the first half, 17-7. Bulldogs over the IndianHawks. the first couple of plays of the game, you would have thought that the IndianHawks were going to run away with this. But ever since then, they've been stymied on their offensive plays, and even where they were doing good driving, then all of a sudden they would drop the ball. And the Bulldogs' offense has been pretty dominant. So we're going to have Peasel kicking off. He is ready to kick. And as usual, we have Reimel and Zumwalt back. Squib kick. And that was recovered by Will Clark right at the 50-yard line. I think they're going to place it at about the 49-yard line. So the IndianHawks will be beginning this drive. First and 10 from their own 49-yard line. 8:31-34. I'm looking through about 3 panes of dirty glass to see the scoreboard down there. I think it's 8:34 remaining in the first half. All right, 2 wideouts each end. Reimel back with Yates in a shotgun position. He's moving up just a little bit. There's the snap. Back to pass. And the pass falls short. Intended receiver was Mason Street. He was all alone over there, but the pass fell short. Brings up 2nd and 10. The IndianHawks break the huddle. 2 receivers near side, 1 far side. And Yates is under center, 2 backs. He passes or throws it back to Reimel, and Reimel is off to the races. And he is brought down, looks like just shy. He is brought down right at the first down, and they do give him the first down. So 1st and 10 for the IndianHawks at the Bulldog 40. So a well-needed first down. Yates under center, 2 backs. And can't see who was running that ball. That was Zach Evans that ran the ball up the middle, picked up about 9 yards. So that brings up 2nd and 1, maybe 2. Be a long one anyway. One wide out far side, 2 wide outs this side. I formation behind him, and he's under center, and the Bulldogs jumped. Let's see if they were pulled off. Nope, they were not pulled off. That was offsides, and so there's a first down. First down, IndianHawks. And so now it's going to be 1st and 10 from what, about the 27-yard line. So same formation, 2 wideouts near side. Yates under center. And he's back to pass. Pass intended. There's Kyle Martin for a touchdown. I see no flags on the play. Beautiful pass from Yates to Martin. 27-yard pass and reception. Seven minutes remaining in the first half. The score is at this point in time, Bulldogs 17, IndianHawks 13. Kyle Martin is back to attempt the extra point. There's the snap, high snap. Kick is up, and looked good to me, and it looked good to the referees. So that makes it 17-14, 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Let's take a quick break.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the megabanks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right. IndianHawks, they are set up to kick the ball. Be Kyle Martin. He's the busiest player out there. And Bulldogs out on the field now to receive the ball. So here's Kyle Martin ready to kick. There's the kick. Long high kick, and ball dropped by the Bulldogs, but he picks it up and takes off running. And he runs it all the way back up to the 40-yard line. Couldn't see exactly who that was, but all right, that was number 29, Trace Helsel. So first and 10 Bulldogs from the 40-yard line, from their own 40-yard line. 6:52 remaining in the first half. 17-14 is the score. Bulldogs over the IndianHawks. IndianHawks need a good stop right here. Handoff to a running back. Tried to go right up the middle and absolutely no gain at all. I guess they might have given him a half a yard. They did. They gave him close to a yard, but basically no gain. Brings up second and a long, long 9. So there's there's Shoemaker under center. Hands off to the running back. He picks up maybe 5 yards. He's brought down at about the 44-yard line, 44.5-yard line. So we're going to have about 3rd and 6 for the Bulldogs. They have to get to midfield for the first down. They have about 6 yards to go. Runner in motion, and there the IndianHawks all moved. So it looks like they're going to be close to their first down now. I don't think it's going to quite do it. Nope, they got about a half a yard now. Be 3rd and about a half a yard for the Bulldogs for first down. So that was a quick 5 yards for the Bulldogs without having to even run a play. A little over 5.5 minutes remaining. 17-14 is the score. Bulldogs over the IndianHawks. 5.5 minutes in the first half. Quarterback keeps it, passes back to number 12, and he's brought down after about a 4-yard gain. So the runner was Borghardt, and that is a first down for the Bulldogs. They're going to be 1st and 10 from the IndianHawks 47-yard line. So the Bulldogs continue to run the ball. Another pass back here, and that is Hayden Vaught, and he picks up a first down. He was pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. So another first down for the Bulldogs. Their running game is looking very impressive tonight. They can't run it up the middle very well, but they're definitely running it to the outside. Again, quarterback under center, hands it off, and just like I was saying, tries to go up the middle. And there's ball is fumbled, but I believe they're going to say, yes, they're going to say that the play was already blown dead. About a 2-yard gain on the play brings up 2nd and 8. Looks good to see the crowd down here in their jackets and everything. Like I said, we are finally into football weather. 2/3 of the way through the season, and we finally get some football weather. Okay, Shoemaker's under center. Line is all tightened up, and he pitches back to Vaught, and Vaught runs on the outside, finally brought out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. As Malik McPike and Mason Street on the tackle, but it's a first down. First down for the Bulldogs. So they have 1st and 10 from the IndianHawks 22-yard line with 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Score of 17-14. Shoemaker under center, one wide receiver, passes back to the running back, that's number 12, and he takes off running, and he is up for another first down. So the Bulldogs are going to have a 1st and 10. I'm sorry, 1st and goal. Looks like from about the 7-yard line. Seems like as long as they run to the outside, they can do whatever they want. One wide receiver way out here on the near side, quarterback under center. And they try to go up the middle, and there's absolutely nothing there. Brings up 2nd and goal. So the IndianHawks defensive line is holding quite well. The core, the interior line is holding quite well. Clock is running. 3:20 remaining in the first half. One wide out near side, and here's Vaught running to the outside, and he is brought down back behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal from about the 9.5-yard line. And looks like Devin Borghardt he's going off the field under his own power, but he looks like he's in a little bit of pain. Ten seconds remaining on the play clock, and Bulldogs not even look like they're going to try. And looks like they call a timeout. 2:26 remaining in the first half. The score is 17-14. And the South Calloway Bulldogs have a 3rd and goal from just inside the 10. Let's take a break.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Okay, we are back for the final 2 minutes, 26 seconds of this first half. Score is South Calloway Bulldogs 17 and the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks 14. So we have a third down and goal from about the 10-yard line for the Bulldogs. And Shoemaker, their quarterback's under center, and he's back to pass. He got some pressure, and the pass is complete. And it is a touchdown, Bulldogs. See if I can see the number of the guy that caught the ball. It's like a single-digit number. Well, no, I guess it didn't. I really couldn't tell who it was. But another touchdown for the Bulldogs. And Caleb Peaselt is back for the extra point. There's the snap, high snap, kick is up, and it is no good. Kick is no good. So with 2:19 remaining in the first half, the score is now 23-14. 9-point lead for the Bulldogs.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, and Caleb Peaselt is setting up for the kickoff. Reimel and Zumwalt in the back for a deep kick. They did a squib kick the first time. There's another longer one this time. It is picked up by the IndianHawks and brought up. That was Colby Twellman with the ball. He received it, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the IndianHawks, starting on their own 39-yard line. 2:14 remaining in the first half. Score is 23-14. Bulldogs over the IndianHawks. Like I was saying, the Bulldogs do not look like a 1-4 team. Yates under center. 2 running backs behind him. 2 wideouts far side, 1 on the near side. He hands off to Jake Reimel. Reimel cuts to the outside and is brought down after about a 4-yard gain. So with the clock running just under 2 minutes, then we're going to have second and about 6. Once again, Yates is under center. And he's back to pass. Quick pass to Kyle Martin. And he steps out of bounds after a first down. So he got just across the 50-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Bulldogs' 48-yard line. Clock is stopped at 1:38. Score is 23-17. Bulldogs over the IndianHawks. Once again, Yates under center. And he's back to pass. And that pass fumbled around and picked up by Landon Struss, and he is in for the touchdown. Landon Struss. 1:27 remaining in this first half. The score at this point in time is 23-20. So Kyle Martin's going to be going for the point. Ready for the snap. Malik McPike holding it. Kick is up. It is good. So just like that, IndianHawks strike back. Score with 1:27 remaining in the first half. We have a 2-point ball game. Bulldogs 23 and the IndianHawks 21. Let's take a quick break.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
All right, Kyle Martin back to kick. There's the kick, and it is picked up by South Calloway. That is Vaught, and he is brought down at about the 29-yard line. Yeah, 29-yard line. I thought I'd made a mistake, but I was wrong. So, 1st and 10 Bulldogs with 1:21 remaining in the first half. Scores, they are ahead 23-21. Bulldogs over the IndianHawks. So, Shoemaker, their quarterback, is under center. 3 running backs behind him. They hand it off to Vaught, and he runs to the outside, and he is tackled by Mason Street. But he does pick up several yards on the play. He picks up about 5 yards on the play, brings up, okay, they gave him about 6 yards, so brings up 2nd and 4. Clock stopped at 1:14. Shoemaker under center again. Pass over to 44. Not sure who that is yet. I'll get it. That is Jasper Reese. So completed forward pass and first down for the Bulldogs right at their own 49-yard line. Clock's running with just over a minute and 2 seconds. And ball run to the outside again. Looks like they're going to pick up about 5 or 6 yards. Looks like 6 yards. Probably a good 6.5, maybe close to 7 yards. Clock is stopped at 45.2 seconds, and timeout was taken. Let's take a quick break here.
Oh, hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird luck showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Okay, we are back for the final 45.2 seconds of this first half. The Bulldogs are on a drive. They are 2nd and 4 from the IndianHawks 44-yard line. Shoemaker under center. He is back to pass. He's under some pressure. And forward pass. Even, I can't tell if he caught it or not, but even if he did, there was absolutely no gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down. Brings up 3rd down and about 3.5 or 4. So once again, tight offensive line. Shoemaker back to pass. And his pass was complete. Pass is complete to, can't see his number. Doesn't matter, it was complete. And so, 1st and goal with 10.3 seconds remaining. 1st and goal for the Bulldogs. And they call a timeout. Let's get another quick one in here.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
All right. The IndianHawks going back out on the field. Again, 10.3 seconds remaining in the first half. 23-21, Bulldogs over the IndianHawks. And the Bulldogs are 1st and, well, I thought it was 1st and goal, but apparently they're just outside the 10-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 from probably the 10-yard line. Shoemaker under center. And he's back to pass. And pass falls short. 5.7 seconds remaining. Brings up 2nd and 10. And they're going to go for a field goal. It's not very often that you see field goals at high school level. Kick is up, and it is no good. So, 1.3 seconds remaining in the first half. Score is 23-21, and the Bulldogs were unsuccessful on that drive. They got the ball down there, but they couldn't get it across the line. So the IndianHawks have one play. They'll have one play before we go in for the half. And it looks to me like they're just going to take a knee. And they do. And that siren that you're not hearing means the end of the first half. And the score is the South Calloway Bulldogs 23 and the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks 21. We've got ourselves a football game here.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Elsberry Democrat. Log on to www.elsberrydemocrat.com today.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, Your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
Okay, do a little halftime here. It's once again we are halftime of the South Calloway Bulldogs and Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks football game, varsity football game. The score is 23-21 in favor of South Calloway, and it's been quite a back and forth game here. The IndianHawks received the ball at the beginning of the game, and on their second play went about 60-something yards for a touchdown. And the Bulldogs came right back with a score of their own, and then the IndianHawks kind of fell flat for a little while. South Calloway went up 14-7. And then they got a field goal, made it 17-7. And IndianHawks came back with a touchdown, 17-14. And South Calloway got a touchdown, 23-14. And then right at the end of the first half, the IndianHawks came in with another touchdown, and the Bulldogs were threatening right at the end, but they just couldn't get it across the goal line. The IndianHawks, their defensive line is really holding well tonight. They're not doing too well on anything running to the outside. Pass coverage is about medium. I'd give it an average. But up the middle, the Bulldogs are not able to do much. But anyway, that's the score right now, 23-21. And so we are going to go to the second half. And hopefully the IndianHawks can do a little bit better on their offense and come out on top on this game. So I'm going to take a little break from here right now and run a few commercials.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we can teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com. At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We have numerous programs to help your wallet as well as save precious time. Save money with our RX Savings Club program, and you can save time with our medication synchronization program, where we fill your prescriptions at the same time each month. We also offer our medication adherence program to help you remember to take your medications on time as prescribed by your doctor. Better value, better service, better health care. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacy in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at MedicineShopRx.com. Hi, my name is Jerry Callahan, pharmacist and owner of the medicine shops in Troy and Elsberry Pharmacy. We strive every day to bring better service, better value, and better health care to our friends in our communities. We want to say thank you for your support, and we're proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at MedicineShopRx.com.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that, but when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders, committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater than losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. It's best to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay, Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the
State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird looks showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Okay, we are back for the beginning of the second half of this ball game. Okay, let me say that again. Let's start the recording here. We are back for the second half of this ball game. And 10 seconds before the siren goes off, then there'll be probably a 3-minute countdown. And again, as we start this second half, score is 23-21. South Calloway leading your IndianHawks. And I was looking for some other scores and can't come up with any around the conference and the district. But keep looking here. That's why if I sound distracted, it's because I'm looking, see if I can come up with some other scores. But I'm going to have to get busy here with the ball game. Yeah, we got 2.5 minutes on the countdown. But like I was saying at the end of the first half, we're going to have to the IndianHawks are going to have to obviously do better on their offense. They have not done bad at all. But they're going to have to do a little bit better on their offense. What they need to do mainly is seal up the ends of the lines because that's where everybody's getting through. And, it just seems like the Bulldogs can do anything they want running around the ends. But they can't do much coming up through the middle. And some of the passes have not been exactly on, but the ones that have been very good. I mean, there's one of the touchdowns was for was rushing. That was Jake Reimels, and the other two, Landon Struss and Kyle Martin, they've been receiving touchdowns. And looks like we're just about getting ready to start here. A little over a minute on the countdown. And as you can see, the teams are, here's the IndianHawks right here on their sideline. And there's the Bulldogs down at the goal line, stretching out again from stopping at halftime. Keep those muscles loose. They don't need any pulled muscles, that's for sure. So now they're all running to the center of the field, and they'll be going to the sideline here. And we'll be ready to start this second half. Can't get the camera over to the scoreboard to show it, but it's showing 10 seconds. Score is 23-21, beginning of the third quarter. That's 23-21 in favor of the Bulldogs over the IndianHawks. So we got a fresh 12 minutes up there. Get my paperwork down here so I can keep track of South Calloway's players. And it should be South Calloway receiving the ball this time. And so the IndianHawks will be kicking off to South Calloway, who's yet to make an appearance out on the field. And it'll be Kyle Martin kicking off, as he always does. Kyle Martin receives the ball. He kicks the extra points. And he kicks off for the long kicks also. All right, he is ready to kick. South Calloway's ready to receive. There's the whistle. There's the kick, low kick. Bounces around. And that was number 23 for South Calloway, who is Brendan Mealy. That's who received the ball and dropped it right at the 30-yard line. So South Calloway will be starting their drive in the second half. 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. All right, quarterback's under center. Tried going up the middle and absolutely nothing there. Brings up second down. They picked up 2 to 2.5 yards. So I'll bring up 2nd and 8. Okay, quarterback under center. Wide out on the near side. Okay, handoff number 12, and he is around the outside, and he is off to the races, and they're not going to catch him. And I see no flags on the play. And that is a touchdown. So, on the second play of the second half, the Bulldogs put another 6 points on the board. Right now, the score is 29-21 with 11:09 remaining in the third quarter. Caleb Peasel to kick to attempt the extra point. And flags are down. They kicked it. I don't know if it was good or not. They didn't make any indication whether it was good or not. But the offsides on the IndianHawks, and that play was blown dead before they had a chance to kick it, so they couldn't refuse the penalty. The way I understand the rules, they should have let them play through. Kick it again. It's up, and it is good, so it really didn't matter. So with 11 minutes, 9 seconds remaining in the third quarter, score is Bulldogs 30, IndianHawks 21.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
All right, so we have Jake Reimel and Dorian Zumwalt back to receive for the IndianHawks. Caleb Peasel will be kicking off. He's kicking off from the 40-yard line. See what kind of a kick he makes right now, because they've tried 2 or 3 different kinds of kicks tonight. High kick, and that is Kyle Martin receiving the ball, and he runs it up to about the 35-yard line. See exactly where they place it. Looks like they're placing it right on the 35-yard line. So after an opening, not much of a drive, just 2 plays, but an opening drive touchdown in the second half for the Bulldogs. With 11:02 remaining, it is IndianHawks 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line, and they are down 30-21. Two wideouts each side. 2 wideouts on near side, 1 on the far side. 2 running backs. Yates under center. And he hands it off to Zach Evans, and he is up the middle, drives his way to about 7-yard gain. And so we're going to have a 2nd and 3 for the IndianHawks. Clock running under 10.5 minutes. So ball at about the 43-yard line. Yates was back to pass, hands it off to Zach Evans, and he has a first down, still going, and he is right up to the 50-yard line. So 1st and 10, IndianHawks. I just noticed a referee out there with white shoes on. I don't think I've ever seen a referee with white shoes before. Guess he's a... Anyway, 1st and 10. 2 running backs and handoff to Jake Reimel, and there's a flag down, and he picked up about 5 yards, but there is a flag down, and that flag is in the area of, you know where it's in the area of. Yep. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. And so now we have, instead of 2nd and 5, we have 1st and 20. Penalties tonight have definitely been, they've been heavier for the IndianHawks. They've made more mistakes on penalties than the Bulldogs have. So, 1st and 20. Same lineup, 2 running backs. Ball given to Jake Reimel, and he picks up about 5 yards. Make it 2nd and 15. They give him about 6 inches more than 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 15 for the IndianHawks at their own 45-yard line. Same setup. Yates under center. Throws it back to Reimel again. He has no place to go, and he is squished in the backfield. Loss of about 6 on the play. So now we have 3rd and 20 again. I guess it was a loss of 5. I thought it was more like 6, but they must have given him some credit for going forward. But either way, the IndianHawks are not going forward. They need to be going forward, and they are going backwards. Yates is back in a shotgun now, and he's looking to pass. And ball thrown up, and about 5 people jumped up to get it. Malik McPike was the intended receiver, and there's a flag down right there. That is normally pass interference. Let's see exactly what they're going to do. Not really sure. They're holding the ball there at the point of where there would have been a reception. And they are discussing it. So we have pass interference. Pass interference on okay. That's more of an illegal block than it is a pass interference. Because pass interference, he should have gotten the ball exactly where he was interfered with. So that's going to be more of an illegal block. Unless they've changed the rules on me here. So we're going to have a 3rd and 5. It was a 15-yard penalty, but pass interference, the way I understood it, not an illegal block, pass interference, it would have been at the point, which would have been an automatic 1st down. Either way, it's 3rd and 5. Yates back in a shotgun, and he goes forward and breaks off several tackles. The ball is fumbled. Jake Reimel has it, and after about a 10-minute play there and running about 300 yards, they have no gain. I can't tell if that ball was knocked out of Yates' hand or if he passed it back to Reimel. But either way, Reimel ended up with the ball and tried to run forward and couldn't do it. So now we're bringing up a 4th and 5 for the IndianHawks in the they are into Bulldogs territory by 5 yards. They're at the Bulldogs 45-yard line. And they are going for it. Yates back in the shotgun. He's back to pass. He's got plenty of time. They're putting all their receiver. And Kyle Martin has the pass. He's got the reception, and he's brought down at the 25-yard line for a first down. He was all alone there. With all of their defenders defending against the pass, I don't know how he got to be all alone. But either way, it is 1st and 10 for the IndianHawks at the 24-yard line. It is 6:35 remaining in the third quarter. Score is 30-21. The Bulldogs over the IndianHawks, 9-point lead. So it's a 2-possession game. All right, Yates under center. Ball is fumbled. And so for about the 455th time tonight, the IndianHawks have fumbled the ball, and the Bulldogs recovered it. That is at least the third time tonight that I can think of that IndianHawks have fumbled the ball when they were driving the ball well. And so, 1st and 10 Bulldogs from the 24-yard line. 6:11 remaining in the third quarter. Score is 30-21, and the IndianHawks just handed the ball back to the Bulldogs. And there's an end-around run, and they sealed that one off. That was Borghardt running the ball, and he picked up maybe a yard on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 9. Bulldogs are happy to just run the ball now, just get the clock going. Okay, they have quarterbacks under center, 2 running backs, and up the middle, and that a rare time right there where up the middle worked. Looks like he picked up about 8 yards there. Now he picked up about 9 yards, so 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. So they are 1st and 10 from about the 34-yard line. So once again, Shoemaker under center. They have one running back in motion. They try up the middle again, and absolutely nothing. He's pushed back about 5 or 6 yards, but I don't think he actually lost any yardage on the play. So once again, it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. They are taking their time with their plays, under 4.5 minutes in the third quarter. Wide out on each end, and running back in motion. Back to pass, under some pressure, and there is Voigt again, and he is in for the touchdown. About a 65-yard pass there, and no flags on the play. I keep saying Voigt, it's Vaught. As many times as I've said it tonight, I should get it right. 4:11 remaining in this third quarter. The score is now 36-21. And South Calloway will be trying for their extra point. Caleb Piesold is back to kick. There's the snap. There's the kick. And it is good. So, again, 4:11 to go in the third quarter, and the score is 37-21.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Elsberry Democrat. Log on to www.elsberrydemocrat.com today.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
All right. Reimel and Zumwalt back to receive the ball. Peasel to kick the ball. We've seen this scenario too many times tonight. There's the kick. Long kick that Zumwalt has. The flag is down. Zumwalt brings it out to about the 31, 32-yard line, but a flag is down, and I'm guessing what the flag was for, but I'm not going to say it until I see it. But flag back there on that kind of a play is usually just one thing. Holding. To be honest, I was going to say an illegal block. But either way, it brings it way back. So 1st and 10 for the IndianHawks after the penalty. 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. They are down by 16, 37-21 with 4:02 remaining in the third quarter. Hand off to the running back. I couldn't see exactly who it was. It was like Zach Evans, maybe. 5-yard gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 5. Yates under center. 2 running backs behind him. Hands off to Zach Evans again. And he is up for the first down and is pushed out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. So, yeah, they gave it to him at the 39-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. It looks like Yates is going under center again. He has Evans behind him. And he throws it back to Reimel. There is a flag on the play. Reimel picked up about a yard. But there is a flag. That was the first down play. The referee the line judge is pointing in the wrong direction for the IndianHawks. They're lined up to take the ball back. They haven't moved it yet. Here they go. And he is going back and going back and going back. So holding on the offense, and now they are 1st and, looks like about 11 about 21 or 22. Yates in a shotgun, throws it over to Kyle Martin. He jumped, and it just went right through his hands. It was a high pass. He jumped up, should have pulled it in, but just didn't happen. So, incomplete to Kyle Martin, and it brings up second down and about 22. So again, Yates in a shotgun. And he's back to pass. Now he keeps it, goes forward. He didn't cross the line of scrimmage, and there's a completed pass. And that is Zach Evans, and he has broken through everybody. And he is in for the touchdown. Let's make sure that there are no penalty flags down. I don't see any flags down. To be honest, I thought there was going to be one. There is a flag down. Okay. Flag on the play, and that is coming back. Yeah, it was, there was, I don't know what they're going to call it, but I saw an illegal block. And apparently so did the referees. Okay, where they set the ball down, I don't. Okay, the result of this is really strange. Yeah. The best way I can explain it here, I hope I'm explaining it right, but the penalty was incidental to the first down was already made, and they called back the touchdown, but it is 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line for the IndianHawks. So it's not as bad as it could have been. But the touchdown was brought back. Yates back to pass. There's a pass for Kyle Martin, and he is brought down at the 20-yard line. So another good play for the IndianHawks. Even though they just had a touchdown brought back, touchdown by Zach Evans, Kyle Martin pulled that. Oh, we got another holding penalty. Oh, that was defense. Okay. All right. I need more than two eyes. I was looking downfield, and I didn't see the flag here, and then I just saw the holding penalty. I saw the mark for the holding penalty and didn't realize that was defense. So obviously that penalty was declined. So we have 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for the IndianHawks. Yates back in a shotgun. One wide receiver, Malik McPike on near side. Jake Reimel with the ball, and he is running it to the far side, and looks like he picks up maybe about 3 or 4 yards. All right, so we're going to have second. He picked up a short 5. Long 4, short 5, whatever you want to call it, but it looks like we've got second and about 5 or 6. The ball is at the about the 16-yard line. And I'm seeing another flag down on the play right now. So I have no idea what that was or what that's going to be. I didn't see it thrown. So I didn't see which one of them threw it. The white-shoed referee threw it. I guess I should say white-shod. Okay, I don't remember what that offsetting penalties. Okay, so we're going to have 2nd and 5 after all of that. And Yates is in a shotgun. I'm sorry, he's under center now. He moved up under center. 2 running backs. He's back to pass. And they're putting some pressure on him. And the pass was low, intended for Landon Struss. That brings up third and 5. 1:49 remaining in the third quarter. Score is 37-21. Bulldogs over the IndianHawks. And so, and golly, there was no flags on that play. Don't know what to do with no flags on the play. Yates under center, 2 running backs behind him. He's back to pass, then keeps it, runs to the far side. And he is up close to the first down. First down marker was knocked over, so there was a lot of activity over there. Looks like he's just shy. So it's going to bring up 4th and about 1. 4th down. Big play here for the IndianHawks. And Yates under center, Reimel behind him. And I believe, I'm hoping none of the IndianHawks jumped. The play was called dead, and I did see the Bulldogs. Okay, it was offside against the Bulldogs, so there's a first down. And that's going to be 1st and goal from about the 6-yard line. So 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. And see if, okay, they have Zach Evans and Jake Reimel are lined up behind Yates, who is under center. He gets the ball and rolls out. And the pass was over to Struss. And incomplete. So 2nd and goal for the IndianHawks. .137 remaining in this third quarter. 37-21 is the score. Bulldogs over the IndianHawks. Still got a whole quarter to go, with the IndianHawks running a little out of time. Yates under center once again. 2 running backs. He drops back and passes. And the ball was in his hands. I'm trying to see who that was. Malik McPike. Ball was in his hands on the goal line, and he could not hold on to it. So, 3rd and goal for the IndianHawks. Same offensive setup. This time they hand it to Zach Evans, and he pushes his way into the end zone. Touchdown. And I do not see a flag on the play. So that's Zach Evans. I believe that's his 2nd touchdown for the night. So with the 1:26 remaining in the third quarter, the score is now 37-27. And looks like they are going for 2 points. So Yates under center, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers on near side, 1 on the far side. Yates rolls out to his right and takes it in for 2 points. So 8-point touchdown on that. It's again 1:26 remaining in the third quarter. The score is now 37-29. Let's take a break.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
Okay, we are back now. Again, 126 remaining. 8-point ball game now. And Kyle Martin going to be kicking the ball off for the IndianHawks. There's the kick. Long kick. Dropped by Vaught. And he's weaving his way through, and finally he is brought down. He got through the defense and brought down by Dylan Kaplan. Touchdown saving tackle there, because Vaught was off to the races. He just had one more to get around, and he was off to the races. So he made it up to the 46-yard line. So that's where the Bulldogs will start their drive, 1st and 10 from their own 46. Number 12 is the runner, and he runs through, and he's got all kinds of room. Breaking tackles all the way through. First down about 3 times over. At number 12 is Borghardt. So 1:10 remaining in the third quarter, and Bulldogs making it look very easy right now. Shoemaker will be under center. 2 running backs behind him, 1 wide receiver to the near side. He trips, but manages to get out of bounds after about a 4 or 5 yard gain. I guess it was only about a 3 yard gain, so 2nd and 7. Clock is stopped at 54.1 seconds. Now would be a good time for a turnover in favor of the IndianHawks. And that was Borghardt, I believe, that ran up through the middle. Another first down for the Bulldogs. So 1st and 10 from where? They're about the 11 or 12 yard line. And Borghardt again, and he is brought down. I see a flag going down, I believe. But he is brought down near the goal line. But I thought I saw something fly through there. It might have been a bird. But he is brought down near the goal line. Let's see what this flag is about. 19.5 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And they are discussing it. Maybe they're trying to come up with a new penalty or something. Face mask, personal foul. So automatic first down. He had a first down anyway, but that's going to be an automatic first down, and they are on about the I don't know, about the 2 foot line, it looks like. First and goal. 19.5 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And it looks like they're just going to let the time run down. So, time is run down in the third quarter. So we end the third quarter, start the fourth quarter, and the poor referee has to walk that ball about 99.5 yards back. Looks like he needs the exercise anyway. So let's get the camera moved down here. That's where they're going to start the fourth quarter. And let's take a quick break.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
Okay, we are back. We are back for the start of this fourth quarter. Score 37-29 to the South Calloway Bulldogs over the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks. And looks like the Bulldogs they're not just knocking on the door is falling open. They are first and goal from about the 6-inch line. Quarterback under center. He does have 3 wide receivers out. I can't believe he's going to use them. And Shoemaker just pushes his way across. So touchdown Bulldogs. That used 3 whole seconds of the fourth quarter. So once again, every time that the IndianHawks look like they're right back in it, the Bulldogs answer. At this point in time, the score is 43-29. And Peasold is going to be trying for an extra point. The ball is tipped, and the kick is no good. So 11:57 remaining in the ball game. Score is 43-29. Take another quick break.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, Dorian Zumwalt, Jake Reimel back to receive the kick. Once again, we've seen this scenario too many times tonight. Bulldogs kicking off. They've put 43 points on the board. IndianHawks have only put 29 on the board. But there's a whole fourth quarter remaining. Peasold back to kick. There's the kick, long kick. And that is Reimel that has it, and there's a flag down. And he was pulled down. No, I'm sorry, that was Kyle Martin with it. I thought I saw 25. So Kyle Martin with the run back to about the 46-yard line, but let's see what this flag is about. Holding. So the 46-yard line takes it back. See where they're going to take it back to. I can't figure out where they're going to. Okay, now they're going to start it back. It is taking it back to the 30-yard line. So, IndianHawks 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line instead of the 46-yard line. Yates back in a shotgun. 3 wide receivers on the far side. Lateral pass over to Zach Evans, and he is brought down after about a 3-yard gain. So we're going to have, there was 4 on the play where they placed the ball, so we're going to have 2nd down and 6. Yates back in the shotgun again. 2 wideouts near side, 1 wideout far side, and Dorian Zumwalt with the ball, and he makes it back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Brings up 3rd and 6. Ten minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this ball game. 3rd and 6 for the IndianHawks. Yates back in a shotgun. 1 wide out far side. 3 on the near side, and there's a whistle. Called dead before the snap of the ball. What do we have here? Nobody seems to know. There was no flags thrown. They just decided to stop the game. So I guess there was a flag thrown. I didn't see it. He just waved the flag off. So I guess they decided where they're going for supper tonight, and now they can play football. Once again, Yates has 1 running back with him. He rolls out to pass. Incomplete pass. Pass intended for Kyle Martin. Brings up 4th and 5 now. That ball was tipped by a Bulldog player. Ten minutes remaining in the ball game. And they are going for it. 4th and 5. 2 running backs. Yates back in a shotgun. He has no one to pass to. Dumps it off to Zach Evans, and he's got the 1st down and more. And he is running in. It looks like he's going to make it. And there is a touchdown, Zach Evans. I believe that's his 3rd tonight. And I don't see any flags on the play. So with 9 minutes and 44 seconds, the IndianHawks just brought themselves right back into this ball game. That was a 4th down play. All right, Kyle Martin back to attempt the extra point. And it is good. So, 9 minutes, 44 seconds remaining in the ball game. We have a 7-point game, 43-36. Take a break.
At Elsberry Pharmacy in Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
All right, well, once again, I'll say it from the opposite direction this time. Every time it looks like the Bulldogs are pulling away from it, the IndianHawks come right back. They are one touchdown behind right now, touchdown and an extra point. They need to get a takeaway here. Kyle Martin back to kick. Here's squib kick. And see who got it. It went the required 10 yards. And I guess it is Bulldogs football. So the Bulldogs, they will start 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. All right, quarterback under center. One wide receiver to the near side, and that's it. They pitch back to Borghardt. And he runs up for looks like about 7 yards. Make it closer to 8 yards, so 2nd and 2. And running clock, 9 minutes. 2 running backs behind quarterback, 1 wide out each side. Run up through the middle, and he's got himself a first down plus. It's one of the few times tonight that they were able to go up the middle and get any yardage. But they did it when it counted. So that moves the sticks, and that's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Bulldogs at the IndianHawks 37-yard line. I think you're going to see the Bulldogs keeping that ball on the ground the entire time this time. And there's a fumble. See who has it. All right, the Bulldogs managed to fall on that one. Loss of about 4 on the play. So it brings up 2nd and about 14. Once again, quarterback under center, 2 running backs, 1 receiver on each end. Quarterback keep. He hands it off to 29. Haven't seen him run tonight. That is, yeah, I have Trace Helsel. So we now have 3rd and about 8 or 9. Clock is stopped at 7:44 remaining in the game. 1 touchdown game here. Okay, the ball's handed off to Vaught, and he is brought down after about a 2-yard gain. It's going to bring it up 4th down. Bring up 4th. Going to be about 4th and 5. Huge 4th down play in this ball game right now. Probably hasn't been a bigger one up in the entire game. IndianHawks really need to make a stop here. 4th and 5. Quarterback under center.
At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We have numerous programs to help your wallet as well as save precious time. Save money with our RX Savings Club program, and you can save time with our medication synchronization program, where we fill your prescriptions at the same time each month. We also offer our medication adherence program to help you remember to take your medications on time as prescribed by your doctor. Better value, better service, better health care. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacy in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at MedicineShopRx.com.
All right, everybody is back on the field, or coming back on the field. So 4th and 5, like I was saying before the timeout, huge 4th down. Reverse, and that was Borghardt, and he got the first down. So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 25-yard line. At the IndianHawks 25-yard line. They're keeping everything on the ground now. There's Trace Helsel again. And he just takes players with him all over the place. And he is up close to okay, they gave him the first down. So, 1st and 10 Bulldogs from about the 14-yard line. Less than 6.5 minutes remaining in this ball game. 43-36. Just a 1-touchdown game, but the IndianHawks have to keep the Bulldogs from scoring, and then they got to get down here and score a touchdown. Under center, only one receiver out. They keep the ball on the ground. And about a 5-yard gain for the Bulldogs, so they're keeping the ball going. 2nd and 5. Under 5 3/4 minutes to go. Once again, quarterback under center. They have showing 2 wide receivers out to the near side. And there's number 28, and he is close. He is to the goal line. Let's see who 28 is. That is, they don't have a 28. What, am I seeing things or what? So they have 1st and goal from about the 1/8 of an inch line. Clock is running with a little over 5 minutes. And he is in for the touchdown. Couldn't see who it was. But either way, Bulldogs touchdown. 4:56 remaining in the game. The score is now 49-36. Here's the extra point. Snap back. Kick is up, and it is no good. So 13-point lead for the Bulldogs, but that is still 2 possessions. 4:56 remaining in this ball game. The score is 49-36. The Bulldogs over the IndianHawks.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
All right, kicking off. There's Piesold. And back to receive, Zumwalt and Reimel. There is the kick. Reimel has it. No. That was Kyle Martin. I'm sorry. I don't know why that 13 looks like it's a 25 from this distance. So, 1st and 10, IndianHawks from about the 45-yard line. All right. They have 4 minutes and 50 seconds to make 2 touchdowns and the extra points. First and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Yates back in shotgun. 3 wideouts far side. Kyle Martin to the near side. And there's Malik McPike, and he's got the first down. And did I just see a flag come in? He's got the first down yardage. Let's see what the flag is. They're not saying anything yet. Personal foul, face mask. All right, that's going to go against the Bulldogs. So, finally, a major penalty that's going to go in the IndianHawks' favor. That should be a 15-yard penalty. All right, so good field position now for the IndianHawks. Looks like they've got 1st and 10 from about the 29-yard line, from the Bulldogs' 29-yard line. Running clock at 4:37. Yates back to pass. Starting to get some pressure now. He passes up to Kyle Martin. That brings up a first down. That stops the clock till they can set the ball, get the sticks moved. Clock is running now. A little over 4 minutes remaining in this ball game. IndianHawks need 2 touchdowns. Okay, Yates back again. Back in the shotgun. Back to pass. And he takes off running now. And he runs to the near side. And he breaks through 2 or 3 tackles. And he is down to about the 2-yard line. So, 1st and goal. I think it's 1st and goal. You know what? They did not give him the first down. It is 2nd and about 0.02 of an inch. So it is second down right now, but they can still make a first down. And there is a touchdown, Zach Evans. I think that's about 4 touchdowns for him tonight, I believe. So there is half the score that the Indian Hawks need. 3:31 remaining in this ball game. Kyle Martin back to kick the ball. He's the busiest player on the field. Kick is up, and it's a high kick. Is it going to make it? It does. It is good. All right, 3:31 remaining in this ball game. The score is 49-43. South Calloway Bulldogs over the Calloway, the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, Kyle Martin getting ready to kick off. They either need to recover this kick or they need to create a turnover on the first play. They are 6 points behind, so a touchdown and extra point puts them ahead. Here's the kick. Long kick. And it is caught by Vaught, and he is brought down at about the 24-yard line. He was hit hard. Who was that hit him? He is still down. He's getting up now. That Kyle Martin, the kicker, came down and made the tackle. Usually they're the last ones to, the last defense against a touchdown, but he was the first one to get down there, and like I said, he's the busiest player on the field. All right, now the Indian Hawks defense really needs to come forward. The Bulldogs are in a running formation, and number 12 runs the ball. That is Devin Borghardt. And he picks up about 3 yards on the play. Bring up second and about 7. I don't think you're going to see the Bulldogs passing at all, not with 2:58 remaining in the ball game. They have one receiver out to each side, 2 running backs. And up through the middle is number 29, Trace Helsel, and he has a first down. Indian Hawks need to stop that run because they're not going to pass. They're going to keep the ball on the ground. They need to stop that run, get the ball back. 2:40 remaining in this ball game. 6-point lead for South Calloway. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs, and they're letting that clock run. 12 seconds remaining on the play clock. Now they're set. Ball on the ground to, can't see the number, Trace Helsel. And he picks up about 5 or 6 yards. We'll call it 5, so brings up 2nd and 5. And there is a timeout on the field with 2:10 remaining in this ball game. Score is the South Calloway Bulldogs 49, the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks 43. Once again, only a 6-point difference here, so all they need is a touchdown to tie, and a touchdown and extra point will put them ahead. But they got to get the ball back first. However they need to do that, they got to get the ball back. Bulldogs have a second, we're going to call it a 4. They're a little past halfway on the between the orange sticks. So we're going to call it 2nd and 4. 2:10 remaining on the clock. And again, you know that they're going to keep the ball on the ground. They don't want to be passing that ball and stopping the clock. So they're going to keep the ball on the ground, and they're going to keep it inside the boundaries. They don't want to go out of bounds either. They want that clock running. So after the timeout, quarterback under center, wideouts on each end, and 2 running backs behind Shoemaker. They are set, and he hands it off to Helsel, and he is up, and I believe he has the first down. That's what the IndianHawks have to stop. They can't be giving them those first downs. It's they have a player down. I didn't see that. It's IndianHawks players down. 2:03 remaining in the ball game. And referees just told the players go get a drink of water if they want it. So let's take a quick break here.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, and that is number 5, Zach Evans, and he is up and walking off under his own power. So when he gets off the field, they will be resuming this ball game. Once again, with 2:03 remaining in the game, 49-43. And 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. The IndianHawks need to make this stop. They need to take the ball away. The heck with making a stop. They need to take the ball away. So 1st and 10 from their own 49. The Bulldogs will be running this drive. 2:03 remaining. And I don't know what the question is right now. A little bit of controversy going on down there on the sidelines. Everybody's looking to the left. Don't know what the deal is. Now they're running across to the other side. Okay, everybody's doing a lot of talking out there, and I have no idea what the holdup is. It is 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. All right, looks like they got whatever was bugging them, looks like they got it resolved. Quarterback under center, 2 running backs. 1 wide receiver each side, and up through the middle is Trace Helsel, and he looks like he picks up about 4 yards. So 2nd and 6, and the Bulldogs just keep this ball going. They're not giving up anything. 1:43 remaining in the ball game, and they are going to be in no hurry. They get another first down here, and that's going to be it. So same defense or offensive setup. There's the ball up the middle and nothing there. He might have picked up a yard. And timeout called on the field. So the clock stopped it with 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining in the ball game. 3rd down and about 4 for the Bulldogs. Timeout on the field.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, we are back for the final 1 minute and 20 seconds of this game. And Bulldogs under center and went up the middle. It was 3rd and about 4. They are tackled shy of the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 1.5. So I said before, big 4th down play before. This is the biggest one. The ball game hinges on this 4th down. It's just that simple. You can't get any simpler than that. The ball game hinges on this 4th down right here. Bulldogs have 4th down, about 1.5 to go. If we got 36 seconds remaining in this ball game, and there is a timeout.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
All right. Well, 32.8 seconds remaining in regulation of this ball game. The fate of the ball game rests in the hands of the offense for the Bulldogs and the defense for the IndianHawks. If they can stop them on this 4th down, then the IndianHawks will have another chance to score. The touchdown itself would tie the game. The extra point would put them ahead by 1 point. But it hinges on this 4th down. If the Bulldogs get this 4th down, then like I said before, that is the ball game. So let's see what happens. Defense line is up. There is 2 running backs, 1 wide receiver to the far side, quarterback under center. And there's a snap. And he pushes ahead, and he is close to the first down if he's not there. See where they place the ball. See what they're going to call here. Oh, they are calling for a measurement. 29.2 seconds remaining. They're calling for a measurement. So first measurement of the game. And the entire game for the IndianHawks rests on this measurement right here. And it is a first down for the Bulldogs. 29.2 seconds remaining in this game, but there's only going to be one play more to go. That is a first down, and that should be the ball game for South Calloway. And we have a timeout on the field.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world.
All right, 1st and 10 for the South Calloway Bulldogs. 29.2 seconds remaining in this ball game in regulation. So unless the IndianHawks can wrestle this ball away, then it's over. And the snap is there, and they take a knee, and the game is over. Final score, 49-43. In favor of South Calloway Bulldogs over your Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks. I'm just going to give a couple of opinions here, and these are opinions of my own. The fumbles made the difference. The IndianHawks were right with them throughout the game. They started off on top, but then they let the Bulldogs get ahead of them. And they played catch-up throughout the entire game, and they were able to catch up. They stay right behind them, but they couldn't quite catch up. But there was at least 3 times that the IndianHawks were moving down the field and fumbled the ball. 6 fumbles, I was just told. Fumbled the ball, and it gave the ball back to the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs were able to capitalize on it. So, after an exciting game, but one that came out the wrong way, now we move on football next week. Let's see here. Next week, we're going to be back here at Clopton and going to be playing Mark Twain. So a school up the road a few miles will be coming down here to play, and I'll be here starting the broadcast at about 6:45 again. So join me next Friday night, and if you're a softball fan, be sure and join me for, I guess there's 3 games this week for Elsberry, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Got softball games for Elsberry. But at this point in time, I'm going to close out this broadcast with the final score of South Calloway 49, Clopton Elsberry 43. This is Kenny Masterson for the Indian Sports Network. And good night, everybody.